Yeah, alright, hey, what's up, guys? This is Classic Chris, and welcome to the Classic Chris Show. Special episode tonight. I got a special guest with me in studios. I've got the infamous Jay Moore coming straight off his latest beatdown on Jeremy Elliott. Jay, how's it going, brother? It's good to see you.
Hey now. Welcome to the show. Alright, we're rocking here.
Oh, yeah, and actually, before I forget, you're a fucking TV star now.
Yes, I'm a TV star.
Let's start off with that. You're a fucking TV star.
Well, you know, thanks to the great Hutch Henrys, who's made these huge negotiations all over Ontario. We are on every Rogers network.
Nice.
On the Rogers network with the Victory Wrestling Showcase. Obviously, we were on Time Warner in the United States. We were on in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
You know, in the Erie, whatever it is, in Buffalo there.
Nice. So not only are you in, Ontario, like all over Ontario, on Rogers, but you're also in the States on Time Warner.
And to be honest with you, man, what was great about it is, it's because they hired me. Because I was the one that got him on Time Warner, and because Hutch Henry sold himself to saying that he's Jay Moore's commentator partner.
Yes.
That he got on, you know, like Grey County and Mississauga and all these other markets because of me.
If it's Jay Moore, of course, of course.
Oh God!
Exactly.
You know, this Hutch Henry's not. You've had to work with him now.
Yeah. A couple of shows.
Now, what's been your experience?
I like working with him.
You're kidding me, really?
First show, I was like, okay, this guy's got skills. Threw me off a bit, but I got my bearings back at Mayhem. Mm-hmm. It was okay. It was good. Like a fucking.
No, it's been a huge transition for you. Like, I don't think anybody really here, the audience really doesn't know the Classic Chris story. I mean, you've been popping up online as of late, with making a name for yourself, and nobody really has a history. I mean, they can see the show. What show was it that you produced?
Like, which one?
How you got into the business?
Oh, okay. That is Calling It Like I See It, the Classic Chris.
No. Let's break it down. Calling It Like I See It, but you have come into the business now. You were the Neo commentator with Topher Whiteman.
Exactly. Yeah.
You came into the business now with Topher Whiteman at Crossfire.
Yeah.
Which totally changed into Hutch Henry's after that.
Yep.
Now you're doing your own podcast, and you've been on the Blitz Network.
Yeah, I've been on the Blitz Network for almost a year now.
It's been an amazing ride for you. So
it's been good.
Let's talk about that. Let's break this down a little bit. You get on the Blitz Network, and you're starting to do Raw reviews and everything?
Yeah. Well, this is how it started off. The first show I did with Blitz was SmackDown. Was a SmackDown review I did with them, and Blitz was like right away. He was like, "Okay, this guy fucking knows what he's talking about." So then, after the SmackDown review, I got on the Raw review on.
Now hold on, for the audience that doesn't understand, the local audience here, which is what my audience is these local people coming to these local shows to see Jay Moore. Like the Blitz Network is so huge now.
Yes, it is. Like when we did our Raw reviews, we'd average at least 20,000 views, like, per Raw, like 20 to 50,000.
But Blitz was just a guy in the day that wanted to do some reviews.
Yeah, Blitz is just a regular guy like the rest of us. You know, he was just doing a podcast and stuff like that. And then then the podcast like took off and everything. Then he moved to YouTube. But the SmackDown review I did with him was on the BlitzSportsNetwork.com, like his actual website. That's where he moved everything to, because lately, there's been like a lot of I mentioned it before, like an earlier episode of the Classic Chris Show. A lot of people watched that one, the last episode I did, where I mentioned like people just hating on Blitz for leaving YouTube. But
hold on. Before you get into that, I'm interested in that whole story. Like Blitz. For the listeners that don't know, for the Jay Moore listeners that are tuning in, Blitz was such a huge name in the day for the wrestling business. Like when all these dirt sheet kind of guys kind of left, Blitz took over. He got on YouTube, and then YouTube, like, you got to get into this story, sent him a warning that basically he can't be on YouTube anymore?
No, this is what happened. People flagged his videos, and his videos got taken down.
Flagged his videos?
Yeah,
why?
They flagged his videos.
Why? Because what's wrong with the videos?
In my opinion, they're jealous because
what is wrong with the videos?
Nothing. The videos have exactly what it says in the description. It has like a whatever's in the description is what they talk about.
Yeah.
And then the thumbnail is from the show, like from the live video footage.
Do you think that this is inside WWE red flagging this and taking Blitz off of YouTube?
No, I think it's just jealous podcasters that can't get over.
Really?
I think it is. I honestly think it is.
They don't like Blitz because Blitz is so good at what he does. Like, he's got the panel.
Blitz has been there for like so long, and that's the one thing in YouTube, like you can only be hot for so long, and then you get stale. But Blitz, the sports network, never got stale. And that's just, like, because the panel of guys that we got on, like, everyone just has their own opinion. And that's what's good about it. Like, we voice our shit. And
now, MG, for example.
Yeah, Mad Genius.
Now, let's talk about Mad Genius. Like, I did the first ever Classic Chris Sneak podcast show.
Oh, yeah.
Classic Chris show. Which was my highest numbers in a podcast, even though that I had my own radio show, and even though I did things with a Hip Star, which is, he's a total talent.
He is. I like Zach Atticus.
Like Zach Atticus, he's the best in the business for podcasts. Not to take away from you, I got the highest numbers with you, but let's face it, Mad Genius came in with what's his highest rating?
We're at I think we're at 800 and like.
Which I'm at 390. So Mad Genius took over with the anime and with the wrestling, and everybody loves Mad Genius in the United States.
Sports Network too. That's
Sports Network. He's got the draw.
MG's the man. Like that guy knows a lot about wrestling. He actually watches He actually watches a lot of the wrestling I promote too. He That guy is one of the best minds I know for wrestling. So
Blitz Sports Network has gotten so popular now that YouTube is now coming down crashing on them, saying that. What did they say? They sent Blitz a message.
Like basically, they took down his videos, and one of the videos was at 70,000 views. It was at 70,000 views in like a week.
Yeah,
it was Monday night. It was the Monday Night Raw review. I think
Blitz was the hottest on the market at the time.
Oh, it still is.
Sure.
In my opinion, like
absolutely.
These other guys, like. They're cool in what they do. Like, hey, I have nothing against them.
No, but Blitz is the man right now, and now he's under attack under YouTube.
And the thing is, like, people are mad. They're like, oh, Blitz, why'd you leave YouTube? And it's like, well, we can't do live streams anymore, and that's one of the major things that we did was the live Raw reviews, the live pay-per-view reviews.
Yep.
And then another thing that we did was that they took away from us was you can't have a video longer than 15 minutes.
Why?
15 minutes. Why? Like our average Raw review is at least 3 hours because... Hey, that's just how long the show was.
So here we are. Is this Triple H telling YouTube that I'm putting a stop to this? Is that what's going on here?
I wish it was, because then there might be a payoff, because at least then it'll be all kayfabe or something.
Yeah. Do you think that Blitz?
But for all the hard work that he did and everything like that.
Sure.
And for all the the input that everyone put into those shows, for them to be taken down is just not fucking cool. And I'm glad that we moved everything over to the blitzsportsnetwork.com, and that's where I mostly am. Like, I barely have time to do the Monday Night Raw reviews sometimes, because half the time WWE puts me to sleep. Mm-hmm. I'm always there for the overtime reviews, like the VIP video, like the overtime Monday Night Raw reviews.
So you're doing business.
Oh yeah, I'm still there. I still pop up every Tuesday night, so the video goes up on Wednesday.
Well, God bless and God bless Blitz, and let me tell you why. It's not just because of anything else, but he took a stand. He said, "Fuck you to YouTube."
Yeah, he did.
Fuck you to YouTube. If you're not gonna air this stuff, then I'm gonna go on my own network.
They didn't even review the video. I guarantee you, YouTube didn't even watch the video to make sure what the claim was true.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, YouTube doesn't give a damn.
It's ridiculous, but...
No, they don't care. But Blitz is on his own now, and you might as well plug the website here, because I'm going to support Bruce Blitz.
Blitzsportsnetwork.com, that's
where
it is.
Yes, that's where everything is going on. You get your Raw reviews, you get your SmackDown reviews, you get your pay-per-view reviews, NXT reviews.
TNA. Speaking of TNA...
Yeah?
Moving to a new network, what do you think of that?
Well, who knows? Who knows? I mean, let's face it. They went to what's the channel on
Destination America.
Destination America, but let's face it.
I heard they are working a deal with the Fight Network in Canada.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Classic Chris, that they have signed the deal with the Fight Network.
Excellent.
And they are on the Fight Network right now. And maybe, that's a good thing. Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
He just signed with the Fight Network too with his hardcore show. So I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but. Hey, are we here to talk about TNA, or what are we here to talk about?
This is what we're here to talk about.
Is this going to be a new show that Classic Chris and Jay Moore are going to do reviews on shows?
No.
Because I don't follow it. I don't.
You know what you're here for. Everybody knows what you're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows. And we're going to talk about
Here I come to save the day. Here I come to save the day. Yeah.
Just like the Dark Knight or Daredevil, this man unmasks himself, beats the crap out of Jeremy Elliott for those that weren't there at Mayhem. This guy sits in the front row for over 2 hours.
Yes.
Holding a kendo stick.
Yes.
And when our so-called world champion, Jeremy Elliott, comes by, starts sagging, whack! Right in the friggin' head, right between the eyes, man. That was amazing. When I saw that, oh, man, that was great, man.
I'm glad too that it met your approval and maybe the approval of some of the other fans here in Niagara. But you know what? It seems like I always get this bad rap in Niagara because like Chris LaPlante is such a hero in the town, and Jeremy Elliott is such a hero in the town that you actually thought that Jay Moore was actually what? Oh, are you kidding me?
They thought you were God, man. Like come on.
You think that because you don't like me, and that Jeremy Elliott is your hero, and that he won a Jingle Bell Brawl, the heavyweight championship, that I'm not, what? I'm going to sit home? Really? No. Come on, Classic Chris, tell these people exactly what it's all about. You think I'm going to sit home, Jeremy Elliott, and I'm going to sit here and watch you take the Crossfire heavyweight championship, and I'm going to sit here and watch you have this glory. You're at the the Scotiabank Center all of a sudden. And all of a sudden you're in the newspapers, and all of a sudden you're on the radio, all of a sudden these big promotions are calling you, and we want Jeremy Elliott. He's flying out to UFC to watch UFC in Montreal the other night, and coming back to hey, fuck you, man.
Yeah, he's going to UFC instead of training to fight Tomer Shalom.
You know what? I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's not, one of these podcasts that are an ordinary wrestling podcast where you can't swear and everything. This is a Classic Chris show where we're able to do this stuff.
Classic Chris like ECW. We don't give a shit.
You don't give a damn.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, Jeremy Elliott has been an insult to me the entire time that I've been in the wrestling business, starting from the day that I started.
How good did it feel to crack him in the head?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. If I had a cameraman here right now, you could see how big that smile is.
Listen.
You were waiting to crack that guy in the head. And how good was it? And also, too, sorry to interrupt. How good was it, too? He stretched out in the ring. The fucking infamous 5-hole in his arms. He just wind up.
Yes!
And you just wind up and
I killed Jeremy Elliott! Jeremy Elliott!
That was gold. That was gold. And here's the thing too. Like people were like, "Oh, well, Jay Moore had the mask." Well, you weren't the only fan in the crowd with the mask, because I was watching the crowd. There was another fan with the mask. So no one can ever say that. Oh, Jay Moore is the guy with the mask. You duped everybody.
I duped everybody. You know what?
You know who wasn't duped? This guy, because I knew. Because we talked about this. I knew you got him.
Yes! Yes, you did, Classic Chris. And you know what? It's just too bad, because the smartest people in the wrestling business, being like a Hutch Henry's, or, a Chris LaPlante, or one of these, like the Priestons of the world that think they know everything. These kind of guys. The Sean Ubels of the world. These kind of guys, they're all these kind of people that think that they know what I do and they know every move, but you don't know what I do, because Jay Moore for the past 10 years has run the wrestling business, starting from Classic Chris, the day that I put RWI out of business. Yes, finally for good.
Fact.
The day that I left New Vision Pro Wrestling and they went out of business.
Fact.
Under a different administration, The fact that I say a Neo Wrestling Federation, I love, because I love the Neo Wrestling Federation, as we all do.
Who doesn't love Neo?
And it doesn't matter when Neo comes back, Neo will always be successful because Neo is a powerhouse here in Niagara. Yeah. And Crossfire Wrestling is still run by infamous Jay Moore, whether Chris LaPlante likes it, whether the fans like it, whether Jeremy Elliott likes it, whether all these little losers that want to support like the Revelations of the world. Hey, listen, Revelation could,
we're gonna talk. And we're gonna stream.
Revelation would never get a booking if it wasn't for Chris LaPlante being their buddy. Because if I was running the show, if it was the infamous Jay Moore show, I would never book these two idiots.
And speaking of Chris LaPlante being stupid for booking these guys, how dumb was he for giving you that cane? Because you're sitting there front row, like I knew you were there in the crowd because I knew you had that mask, but for him to give you that cane, like how dumb was he? Like the reason why you stood on that crowd. Because you're the one fan that wasn't making a big deal over getting that cane. That's why you got that cane.
Let me tell you something.
And I think that's why he did it. Because
Chris LaPlante
he did not make a big deal over it. Then all of a sudden he's like, okay, this guy, so he gave it to you. Like, that had to be a bonehead play of the day.
Classic Chris, I'm going to tell you something straight out from the bottom of my heart. Chris LaPlante is the biggest Port Colborne dumb hillbilly loser that you would ever find in the history of Port Colborne. And he would never even have a clue that I was sitting under that mask. He would never have a clue that I was sitting there and I would take the kendo stick. He's a country boy. And you know what? The thing is, what I don't understand, what I don't like about Chris LaPlante, it's the biggest piss off that I have, is that the fans actually support this guy. When it comes to the Welland territory, when it comes to the Port Colborne territory, Chris LaPlante eats this audience
St.
up.
Catharines.
And every time that Jay Moore has run a show in Port Colborne or the Welland area, Chris LaPlante has been my biggest enemy for the entire time that I've been in the business. Yeah. And the fact that the fans support him makes me kind of sick, but, hey, for me to get a shot in at him at his last show, sitting there in Merton, his big return in 2015, his biggest show was what was it, Mayhem?
Yeah.
And for me to make the heavyweight champion, your main event look like a complete loser, Chris LaPlante, you can kiss my ass. And that's what I have to say here on the Classic Chris Show, because you told me that I can say whatever I want here.
Exactly, you can, because this is uncensored. This is a Classic
That's
Chris
right.
Show. We don't give a shit. We're
yeah.
men. This is what we do. We talk.
Yeah.
We
Do you think that Chris LaPlante would never... Cheers to that. Cheers to that, Classic Chris, because Chris LaPlante would never be able to produce a show like this because he's all about the families.
And speaking of producing a show, that's why you issued that challenge to Crossfire Wrestling. May 31st at the 40-Year Friendship Native Center. Be there. I'm telling you, you better be there. Jay Moore brings back pro wrestling to 40. I had to go there right away.
You're like Billy Red Lyons here.
What? Who the hell is Billy Ray Lyons?
You're like Billy Red Lyons calling out the matches. All right, Classic Chris calling out like the big plugs for the Crossfire show. But you know what?
That's what I really care about. The Infamous 5.
Well, let's face it. You're making money on the show. You got your hand in there. I've seen you at He's Not Here, the big bar, and I've seen you put in 5. You put a lot of money in your pocket. Exactly. I've seen you, Classic Chris.
You know how it is. I market. I make money. That's what we do.
You're a hustler. You're a street hustler. So sorry, give him the big plug, and then I'll give him the go home.
No, I'll give him the big plug. All
right.
Well, the big plug is that the Infamous 5, for the first time together, is teaming up, and we're going to be taking on some clowns from Crossfire Wrestling. That's right. I said some clowns, some friggin' misfits. Jeremy Elliott and his band of losers. Like, we don't even know who he's got yet.
Yep.
Like, we don't even know who the heck this guy's got yet. And this guy thinks he's going to take on the Infamous 5. Like, who are you going to team with? Who are you going to team with? Chief of Day, Chris LaPlante. Come on. What are you going to do?
I got news. Hold on, Classic Chris.
What, are you going to get
Monkey out of the
news. Hospital?
I got the news.
Sexy Monkey out of the hospital? No one wants to see that.
Slow down, Classic Chris, because I got the news.
You got some news?
Yeah.
Jay Moore's got a cook. Okay. We got some breaking news on the Classic Chris Show.
He told me that he called O'Reilly and Darko.
Hold on.
Yeah, no. This is like,
Jeremy Elliott contacted you.
Yeah, well,
this clown's trying to this.
They got
intimidate you, like trying to tell you that he's got some people stupid enough to team with him to take on the Infamous 5.
Yes.
Who the heck is dumb enough to take on the likes of Cody Deaner, Tomer Shalom, Marcus Custom Ryan, the professional Jackson Jarvis. Like, come on. Who's going to take on Rob Rage? Come on. Who's going to take on these guys?
You know, you said it. You said it best, Classic Chris. We are the greatest fucking force in the wrestling business. The greatest wrestling in the wrestling business. And, you know, and he brings up Revelation and stuff like that.
No, not Revelation. I said a revolution.
Yeah.
Because we're changing how it is. we took a G-rated Disney cartoon and we turned it into something that people can be proud to see.
I have news for you, Classic Chris.
That's why we were taking it to 40 years. So who's these people?
I have gotten messages. I've gotten text messages today, promos that were sent to me from Jeremy Elliott. I don't know where he was, his backyard or whatever, but he's announced that he's got O'Reilly and Darko, the Piss Beaters.
The Piss Beaters.
Yeah.
Guys he used to manage.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Well, what? You know what? Let me, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the Piss Beaters is.
Are they still bitter of the Jake Roberts show?
They could be bitter. I don't know if they're bitter, but let me tell you something.
What's their beef? Like, come on.
I would rather say on this broadcast, I'd rather say, hey, Jeremy Elliott, be very careful of the Piss Beaters. Because you don't know what side they're on. How about that, Classic Chris? Have you ever thought about that? You don't know what side they're on, Jeremy Elliott. And then the big announcement, the huge announcement, which I can't believe that you don't have. You're the inside scoop.
Hold on. So we got the Piss Beaters. We got Jeremy Elliott. So who's the other guy? Because there's a big announcement. So there's one other guy.
Yeah, the big announcement is Impact's own Crazy Steve will be attending the 40 show.
He's making his return.
Well, I don't even believe it. I don't think Crazy
Steve.
I think Crazy Steve is a big enough star that where he's not going to come to 40. But
why would Crazy Steve back Jeremy Elliott?
I don't know. You know,
like who's Jeremy Elliott?
These are Neo guys. That's the problem. That's the problem that I'm having here. These are Neo guys that were buddies in the day, and they would love nothing more than to see Jay Moore buried and out of the business for good. But you know what? You want Crazy Steve. I don't believe that Crazy Steve's going to show up.
Steve ain't gonna show
He's not showing up.
He's not going to show up.
No. For Jeremy Elliott, I don't
even think they're really friends. I think he's making this up.
You know what? I can call the Piss Beaters at any given time, and they would do exactly what I asked them to do. If I had told them, if I had said, hey, O'Reilly, Anthony Darko, we're going into Kitchener, we're going into conflict or something, we're going to take the tag team championships, and this is the amount of money they're going to make, then they'll do exactly what I want them to do. You think they're going to listen to Chris LaPlante? What credibility does Chris LaPlante have in the business? Come on. Answer me, Classic Chris. You can Wikipedia Chris LaPlante anytime you want. Well, he's on the tour of the Maritimes, so is everybody.
Is that a Wikipedia page?
I don't know.
How the heck does Chris LaPlante have
a Wikipedia page? I'm asking you. You did no research on the show today?
No. The thing is...
No, that's exactly what you're saying.
I don't even think that Chris LaPlante is that important that they even have a Wikipedia page. Like,
I don't know.
Like, can anyone just have a Wikipedia page? Like, did he put it up himself?
Well, I don't have a Wikipedia page. What I'm asking you is...
Exactly. Like, so how does this clown have a Wikipedia page?
Well, I don't think that he does. I don't know.
So
I'm asking you, did you do research on your own show today?
Oh, yeah. I did my research.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah. My research is there.
You're a stoner.
What are you talking... Oh, I'm a stoner. I'm drinking beers. I'm enjoying myself.
All right. Welcome to the Classic Chris Show. Infamous Jay Moore here. We are live. Classic Chris. Welcome to the show. Good morning, everybody.
This guy's trying to take segments as if we're taking breaks.
Well, whatever. You don't even know what we're going. You don't even know what's going on. You because you don't have much to help.
We're still talking Fort Erie. So all right. we got Elliott, the guy you just gave a concussion to, basically.
Yes.
No time, Chris LaPlante.
Yes.
The guy that couldn't wrestle his way out of a paper bag.
Right.
And then we got the Piss Beaters.
Right.
Guys that you friggin' manage, like...
I love the Piss Beaters. I love the Piss Beaters.
They're great.
And it shocks me, and I don't believe that they would ever side with Jeremy Elliott, but you know what? These are Neo boys. And that's the problem that I have. I don't know their history at Neo Wrestling Federation. I know that everybody comes in their pants for the Neo Wrestling Federation. And I know that Anthony Darko and Jake O'Reilly are two of these guys. And I know Jeremy Elliott is one of these guys. And I don't know the history between Elliott and O'Reilly and Darko. And the thing is, now Elliott has been on tour with like Dan Severn. Yeah. O'Reilly is a mark for Dan Severn.
Dan Severn.
Yeah.
Dan Severn. That guy. Like, what the heck was he doing putting his hands on you?
Well, Dan Severn has no business.
Like, he has no business being in the ring.
No, he has no business being in the ring.
Like, what the hell is he doing? Like, he has no affiliation with Crossfire Wrestling. Like, he was at one show, then he just...
Yeah.
He's bosom buddies with Jeremy Elliott.
Yeah, well, he was booked in one show.
Yeah.
And because we made money on that show, and so they broke in Dan Severn, and Dan Severn feels that he has to make money off of me because I'm the most over thing in Niagara right now.
Like putting his hands on you.
Exactly.
He's lucky you don't call your lawyer and put a lawsuit against this guy.
I would love nothing more in life than to slap Dan Severn right straight across the mouth. Right live.
He deserves it. Slap that mustache.
I would love because Dan Severn, you were a hero in the UFC. Unbelievable what you do now. I'll give you all the credit there. But if Jay Moore can make a name for himself by slapping Dan Severn right square across the mouth, I would love to because I can't stand you. I can't stand you, Severn.
He has no business in your ring.
I hate Dan Severn.
He cost Cody Deaner the world title. He cost Cody Deaner the world title meltdown.
Exactly. And here I'm sitting here. I'm a hometown boy, and I'm sitting here with Jeremy Elliott as our champion here at Crossfire Wrestling. And the only promotion that's going on right now in Niagara is Crossfire Wrestling.
No, we got to put an end to it.
Well, what do you mean?
That's why.
Well, what do you mean? Hold on. The problem is, I'm going to say this live on air. There's no Neo happening right now, and all we have is Crossfire. All the other shows don't count. So Crossfire is all you got. So they run a show and everything and try to embarrass me because I'm not even on the show. So I gotta run my own show.
Exactly. That's why they need some competition. And May 31st at the 40 Year Native Center, Jay Moore brings back pro wrestling.
That's
and I'm excited to be a part of that show. And speaking of being a part of that show, you and I we got booked to do an appearance at a car show at the Bridgeburg.
All right. You want to talk about the car show?
Yeah, let's talk about the Bridgeburg car show.
All right.
You and I, we got booked to do an appearance there because they heard about you doing a wrestling show. They was like, hey, why don't we get Classic Chris and Jay Moore, the only two guys that know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
Why don't we get them there?
Well,
because we know cars. We know wrestling.
That's right.
Like, and speaking of cars, I see you driving some beautiful new wheels. See Crossfire Wrestling? Jay Moore is doing quite good without you.
I don't need Crossfire Wrestling. Exactly. What I need to do is, number one...
You got the Jay Moore show. That's what it is.
Number one, the show here in Fort Erie is taking off.
Exactly.
What's the date of that show?
It's May 31st.
31st at the Native Center.
Bell time is 3 p.m. VIP tickets $20, ladies and gentlemen. Front row VIP.
And this is bullshit that Hutch Henry's would usually do. But the thing is... The Hutch Henry's doesn't understand that if I want to run a show, I can run a very successful show.
Yeah.
Of
course.
I can fuck up your little Crossfire show. What was the name of that show in Merton?
What was it? Mayhem? And the only thing that made it mayhem was Jay Moore smashing Jeremy Elliott in the head with a kendo stick.
So now all the promos are gone out and Jeremy's all mad at me.
Because my head's cut open.
Well, what did you think? Did you think, hey, number one, hold on.
That man took your career.
Whether this podcast was alive or dead, I was number one legendary manager in the wrestling business today.
Still is.
I gotta believe that I still am because number one, listen, I have taken reign over Jesse Jones, who is the number one manager in the day, and he is stuck up to the Northern Territory. He's in Northern Ontario doing his managing gig, and I sit here in Southern Ontario, and I'm a success. I become a huge success in the managing business, and I've been manager of the year over and over again. I've been in all the articles. I've been all the, PWIs, all this kind of crap.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, Jeremy Elliott thinks that he's going to have a simple wrestling match and retire me from the business.
No. In my opinion, that guy got lucky.
Yeah.
That guy got lucky at Jingle Bell Brawl.
Yeah.
And it cost you your career.
Sure.
But the thing is, it cost you your managerial job.
Yes.
And that's why at Meltdown, you're able to come down and do some commentary with me. Because you were my guest. You're there doing your booth, so I came over and visited you. I was like, Hey Jay, your man Diener's fighting tonight in the main event. If you're free from your booth, if you don't mind coming down, I'd love to have you do some commentary.
Well, God bless you, Classic Chris, because it's been an embarrassment for me to have Jeremy Elliott have that right to even say that he's even like done anything with me at Crossfire, because who the hell is Jeremy Elliott? I was the guy that created Crossfire to begin with.
Exactly.
I was the one
they were getting draws before.
They were getting draws. I was managing Mark House.
They were at like flea markets, weren't they? Before
flea markets.
They were at like a.
They didn't know what to do with themselves.
They're drawing like what, 20 people?
Yeah, they were drawing nothing, and the only one that was making the money was infamous Jay Moore.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing is, Jeremy Elliott comes about because he's from Neo Wrestling Federation, and because he's had such a big program with me at Neo Wrestling Federation.
Thinks he can make an image for himself for attacking you at a show. You at a show.
He publicly brings it upon himself to attack me at my own show.
Exactly.
Because he has no success.
This guy's a fan that provokes you and fights you and attacks you at a show.
Yes.
Like, where's this guy come off? And then Crossfire signs him to a contract, and then right away they put him against your men? Like, come on.
Yes.
Like, how do you come into the league right away and you get booked against the infamous?
Well, it's been the biggest load of shit.
Like, this is just a travesty. Frank Newman doesn't know what he's doing as commissioner.
No. And the thing is, it's all stemmed from Chris LaPlante, because when I started in the business, is when I put Chris LaPlante and his big company with RWI and Chuck Simpson and all those losers out of business. So he's got to have this big revenge on me.
RWI. Give it up. That's been over. That's like cripes. How long has that been over? A long time. Over. Exactly.
You know? And
not over in the way that fans like to be over. No. This is over as if it's finito. It's done.
Yeah, it's done. It's
done. Give it a rest.
These guys
put that rose on that tombstone.
Yeah. These guys are promising pig roast for the fans.
Pig rose. I haven't seen no pig roast. Like, where's this?
And the odd thing is, like like Chuck Simpson is in the audience when I'm leaving the audience that night at the Mayhem show.
There's only one Simpson at our show, and that was Homer Simpson fighting in the main event, defending his title. When Rob Rage called him that, I laughed. I couldn't lie. And speaking of Rob Rage, that guy's a friggin' beast. You saw him front row when he did his debut match.
Well, I brought Rob Rage in as a bodyguard.
And that's Crossfire's mistake for you having no managerial job, because now Rob Rage is set free on the roster.
And Rob Rage will do anything that I want to do, even though I'm on the outside. Rob Rage will beat the living hell out of anybody that's on the roster. And he's still got your
back. That's the crazy thing.
He's got my back.
He was watching you the whole time. He knew that Jay Moore was out there, so if anything happened, he had your back.
Yes.
That's what this bodyguard does. Rob Rage is a friggin' man.
Rob Rage is a friggin' man.
That guy is a beast, and I cannot wait to see what he does in this fight. Like, come on, Jeremy Elliott, bring your crew out. Infamous 5's got you. We got you. There's no way. Okay, you bring in some guys with like some wrestling capabilities. Like, you got some technical wrestlers like Anthony Darko, and you got Jake O'Reilly.
Yes.
And but you know what we combat that with? We combat that with Custom Marcus Ryan. We combat that with Tomer Shalom.
Yes.
We can combat that with Cody Deaner. You guys cannot match with us.
And what I'm saying, Classic Chris, is the thing is, I managed the Piss Beaters for so long.
You know them inside and out.
I know them inside and out.
You know their weaknesses, man.
I know everything about them, and I know Crazy Steve. And
exactly.
The thing is, Crazy Steve's been out of the business for so long here in Ontario. He's been with TNA.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know a Rob Rage. He doesn't know what Tomer Shalom. He doesn't know what Customs.
He used to know Cody Deaner, but you don't know Cody Deaner now.
No, you don't know anything.
You don't know Deaner now. This
guy's a
dynasty.
Yeah, no, he's been marking over himself. He's had big matches with Eric Young.
Yeah.
He was his trainer in the day.
Hey,
Hey, God bless you. God bless you. But when you come to 40 or Crazy Steve, first of all, I think it's embarrassing.
It's not a wrestling match. You're in for a fight.
You think that we're friends, hooking up again, but no, you're in for a fight here, because I'm fighting for my life here. I mean, Chris LaPlante is trying to take over the territory with his Crossfire Wrestling.
Crossfire has nothing. They can't hold the candle list.
Yeah.
And then I heard a rumor that that these guys actually think that they have a shot against you. They have a shot against us.
No.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
There's no way. You go down the tails of the tape. and the Infamous 5, just skill alone,
absolutely. Have you. You're talking about Rob Rage, Jackson Jarvis, Custom Made, Cody Deaner.
Yes.
Cody Deaner, for God's sake.
And then we also have the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of all time, Tomer Shalom.
Absolutely.
And there's no, and the thing is, Jeremy Elliott, your team is a makeshift team. You had to call in some favors. You had to call in some buddies. Infamous 5, we've been together for over a year.
And can you trust the piss beaters? Let me ask you that.
Can you even trust Crazy Steve or Chris LaPlante?
I don't think so.
Chris LaPlante. Yeah, you teamed together once. Like, what was that show? Fired Up? Yeah. It was Fired Up. Yeah, they teamed up. They got a lucky win. Lucky win. But guess what, boys?
Do you think that
they're coming into Fort Erie? This is our turf.
Absolutely. Do you think that Rob Rage is gonna have a problem with Chris LaPlante?
And here's another thing too. Crossfire wants to bring in some other boys. Like they want to bring in. Speaking of the Neanderthals, we're gonna talk. We got something to say.
Right.
They're gonna bring Revelation fighting my favorite tag team, the Rochester Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, you love the Wrecking Crew.
That's how they got on there, because on a Jay Moore show, we're not going to have. If Crossfire wants to bring your crew, guess what? We're going to stack the deck against you by bringing in our boys.
Yeah.
You want to bring in a team like, we're Revelation. We're the tag champs again.
Yeah.
Wait, what? 2 clowns out of Thorn School? What was that?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
two clowns out of Thorn School.
There's no way you can handle Nick Sweet and Hellcat. There's no way.
No, there's no way.
It's going to tear them apart.
Yes. The Fort Erie show is going to take everybody by storm because
Jay Moore's guys are going over.
Yes.
We are beating the crap out of everybody.
It's going to be a good rowdy show at the Native Center.
Yeah.
As everybody knows.
You can buy tickets at the Native Center as well. You can buy tickets at me when I'm...
Go on, Classic Chris, tell them.
Yeah, if you want to buy tickets, you go to the Native Center. They have tickets there. They're open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Yes.
You go see Classic Chris when He's Not Here every Thursday and Saturday night doing my karaoke gig. And then you can go to Erie Muffler because those Crossfire guys think they can get their fans to support them. Oh, Crossfire.
You know, the thing is,
they think they can get some fan support. We own that. We are going to boo them out of the house.
Fort Erie's been waiting for wrestling for so long. I mean, the only time that they've had good wrestling here is when Neo was in town in the day.
Yes.
And, guys have come across with other little shows here and there. But here we are.
Here we are. We're taking control of it.
I've lived here in this town for 4 years now. I'm Infamous Jay Moore. This is my hometown. This is the hometown of Classic Chris Sneak.
Yes, it is.
And we're here to make a statement that our people are going to support wrestling here in Fort Erie.
We're taking a stand.
And if Chris LaPlante wants to come here with Crazy Steve, with the Piss Beaters, with, his Crossfire crew.
Bring your crew.
I really don't.
Come on.
Come on.
There's no way you're taking us down.
No. This has become utter ridiculousness. And, I will never be embarrassed in my hometown.
Never.
And I'll never be embarrassed in front of anything that has to do with Crossfire or Chris LaPlante or his lame ass show.
Exactly. And there's no way that they can compete with us because the MS5 has been together for so long. There's the camaraderie. Everyone knows that. Like we've discussed shit like this in case it ever happened.
Well, Jackson Jarvis.
We've been planning for a Survivor Series match the entire time.
Exactly.
We knew Crossfire would try to pull some shit, but it took us to throw out the trump card and say, you know what? You want to fight us? We'll take you on. We'll take you on with our entire crew.
Exactly.
We'll take you on. You want to match us 1-for-1? Our 1-for-1's better than you. We went through that earlier. Like, these guys don't know what they're getting into. And it is mind-boggling. What does Crossfire honestly think that they can do against the Infamous 5? And you know what I want to tell you? It's a whole lot of nothing. That's what they're going to do. A whole lot of nothing. And Chris LaPlante, you can take that to the bank. Jeremy Elliott, you can take that to the bank. Crazy Steve, you can take that back to TNA. Oh, yeah, you're a TNA superstar. But guess what, buddy? You're making your return to Niagara Falls. In the Niagara region, you're coming to Fort Erie, and you're going to get your butt whipped.
I couldn't agree more, Classic Chris. You said it. You're taking every word out of my mouth. It's unbelievable. Like, Chris LaPlante, are you serious?
I'm that excited for the show, Jay. I'm so excited to see these guys get what's coming to them. They had it for so long. Like, they try to bring in these guys to try to screw us over, like the Dan Severins,
right?
The Jake Roberts,
yeah.
the Rikishis. Like, Like these guys, these guys have to keep calling in favors.
Now it's turned into the Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Now you try to insult me.
They keep calling in these favors, and now they're trying to call in this guy.
Bring him in. Bring him in, Crazy Steve.
Bring him in. He fought Diener at Neo.
Yes.
It's on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's on your YouTube channel. You can check that out. The first time that he ever tried to fight one of your men.
Well, you know what? The thing is, Crazy Steve, I can sit here and brag about it all I want, but he is a dangerous competitor because he knows all these guys. He knows the Dieners.
He is the wild card of that match, but the thing is, he's been away for so long that he doesn't know these guys anymore. That's the thing.
But he's got better Classic Chris. That's the problem.
But the thing is, so is our guys. The thing is, remember when Crazy Steve was professional Jack Jars? He was wearing leather pants.
Yes.
Now look at this guy. He was on Murdoch Mysteries. It's on Crabtree Mania. Like he stole the show on that.
I know you're right.
And then we have Cody Diener, a guy who took Dan Severn to the limit, pinned him 1, 2, 3.
You're right.
If old school could actually count a fucking pin, because Chris LaPlante keeps getting these in and out officials.
Yes.
Guys who can't see, guys who need some cataracts done or something like that.
You're right, Classic Chris.
Surgery. And then we got Custom Marcus Ryan, a guy who came into the infamous 5 and has not yet lost a match. This guy's undefeated under Jay Moore's tutelage.
Yes.
Again, as soon as this guy came back to Jay Moore, this guy's undefeated. And then we got Tomer Shalom, a guy who takes every wrestler that he fights to the limit. A guy who friggin' got screwed over.
Yes.
Jeremy Elliott, not once but twice. Because you know what? That guy got lucky. Because this guy somehow he got a horseshoe shoved so far up his ass that...
Come on, Classic Chris. Tell me. Say it to me.
For what he did on Jingle Bell Brawl 3, you're going to pay May 31st. You are going to pay Jeremy Elliott. That kendo stick shot was nothing compared to what you're going to get.
Oh my God! Yeah, exactly. You got it exactly right.
I'm so riled up and so excited for this show, Jay. I cannot wait.
It's going to be the biggest show that's happened in Fort Erie and probably the Niagara region because.
This is the biggest thing that ever happened to Fort Erie since I moved to Fort Erie, and since you came to Fort Erie.
The people in Niagara have always wanted to see Jeremy Elliott and myself go at it. This is a Survivor Series situation right now. The infamous 5.
Elimination. There's no way.
There's no way.
It's a clean sweep. It's a clean sweep.
Yes.
There's no way the 5's going down. There's no way.
There's absolutely no way.
There's no way.
Elliott's up there.
And then Hutch Henry's can cry. He can sing Crossfire's praises all he wants. But guess what, buddy? Your team's losing. You guys are fighting a losing battle here.
Hutch Henry's. I don't get it. Hutch Henry's is an idiot.
He can edit a video, area. But he's running with a dumb crowd. He's hanging around with the losers.
All right, let's take a break, and let's take a break because I gotta take a washing break here. We're gonna take a break in the show, and I'm gonna come back with the info and the scoop on Hutch Henry's.
This is pathetic. So Jay Moore is running his own show next month? Damn right. Jay Moore Wrestling Federation? What a bunch of nonsense. This is going to be glorious. You be there May 31st, Fort Erie at the Native Center. I'll tell you what, I will be there. Crossfire against all 5 members of the infamous 5. You can count me in.
So what, you got a scoop on Hutch Henry's? What do you got, Jay? What do you got on Hutch?
This Hutch Henry's is the biggest... He's leached off me. Is a thing.
Off, yeah.
Yeah. He came into
this guy he's like I think he probably used your name to try to get in Crossfire. He's like,
yes.
I was waiting for Jay Moore to be go to Crossfire to get in there, but I was like, what?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's your marketing tool because he knew these guys didn't like you. That's what it is. He knew those guys didn't like you.
Number one, I came into Rogers Television to help him.
Mm-hmm.
And to do these shows for the Victory Wrestling Showcase shows.
That's how it got picked up. It wasn't get picked up with who's that clown that you replaced?
Dan Lavransky.
Exactly. And where is he now?
Yeah, well, he's doing stuff for radio and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
But since he's gone, VCW's now on.
How
many TV networks?
The number one rated show all over Ontario on the Rogers Network.
Oh, what number was that? What?
Number one.
Sorry. I think my hearing's going. What was that number again, Jay?
The number one rated show.
Yes.
All over Rogers Network. And the thing is, Hutch Henry's now, because he knows the success.
Exactly.
I've taken over for Dan Lavransky. I made that show number one all over Ontario. He's now come over to Crossfire.
Yeah, this guy, yeah.
And now has become your partner.
Exactly.
And
this guy's trying to hoard in.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem I'm having.
And then not only did you get VCW on Rogers TV, but you also got him in the US.
I got him in Time Warner.
Yeah, Time Warner.
Time Warner over in.
Because they've been waiting for you for a long time, haven't they?
They've been waiting for me, and
they weren't waiting for Hutch Henry's. They're waiting for Jay Moore.
No, and Hutch Henry's has linked on with you now with a Crossfire, and totally is an embarrassing promotion as far as I'm concerned. From all the people that you could have worked with, they have now set on Hutch Henry's, who's ruined the show at the Scotiabank Center.
He's a Frank Newman fan. That's what's wrong with him. That's number one. He's buddies with Chris LaPlante. Right. He's friends with Jeremy Elliott.
Yes.
Who knows if he's in cahoots with Crazy Steve and the Piss Beaters? I don't know. This is ridiculous.
I think he is because number one,
he has to be.
This guy's
tooting Rant and Raven. We saw that commercial he promoted. These guys think they have a chance. What you show a video of your champion getting cracked in the skull? You think it's going to rally the troops? I don't think so. Infamous 5 have this.
Yes, Hutch Henry's will do anything he can for TV time. That's what I'm saying to you. If somebody's over, he's got to be over there doing an interview or something like that. And it makes me sick because I was the one that saved VCW from they were
going to go bankrupt without Jay Moore.
Absolutely.
If Jay Moore didn't come in, VCW
and
wouldn't be here today.
In, replaces Topher Whiteman. Which, God bless, great business decision.
Topher Whiteman's a great guy.
Well, whatever. Hutch
but keep on, keep on.
And Hutch has the audacity.
Yeah.
To put down the greatest manager of all time.
Exactly.
I know.
And then you still have to work with this guy at VCW.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy has the audacity to come on your turf and then...
Yeah, exactly.
And just shake your hand at VCW.
I'm the one that sold out Leeds Palace over and over again.
Exactly.
I'm the one that's made the show a success. Not Hutch Henry's. Nor will ever will be.
No.
What can I tell you, Classic Chris? It's a Classic Chris podcast here live. We're live here from Studio C.
That's the only way to do it. Because... but just to crack Elliott, I was watching that, and again, it was so vicious, but it was so delicious. To quote almost a Rob Rage line there, so vicious, but yet so delicious. He had it coming.
Yeah,
this guy had it coming.
Yeah,
and in the Ford area, it's done. It's just done. VCW just aired their 100th episode. That's a huge thing, though, too for you guys, like being a part of VCW.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of VCW and their shows, you had your own episode. They actually had the brains to put Jay Moore as the host for VCW.
The Jay Moore episode, I believe it was episode 98.
Yes, it was. That was a great episode. Probably one of their highest rated episodes.
It was their highest rated episode, even though the Hutch won't give me any credit for that. It was their highest rated episode on Rogers Television ever in the history of Rogers Television.
Oh, yes.
And, not that I'm going to brag about that as much as you're talking about Elliott and everything else, Hey, you're absolutely right. Elliott's run his mouth all across Fort Erie. He's run his mouth all across Niagara Falls. Yeah. He's been to Snap Magazine. He's been on Johnny 91.7. He's been pushing the media.
Speaking of Johnny 91.7.
Yeah.
They actually did a piece on you attacking Jeremy Elliott, putting him in his place.
Yes. It's been the biggest news of all time that I've attacked Jeremy Elliott now. And now Jeremy
retaliated on this guy.
Exactly.
Because you've never really ever laid hands on Jeremy Elliott.
No.
This guy's always attacked you.
Yes.
This guy's always got to try to, I'm going to use, for lack of better words, cock block you in the world of the wrestling.
Yes, it's a jealousy.
Trying to screw you over everywhere he goes.
It's a jealousy situation.
It sure is. And then you've never actually laid hands on him, and this is the finally time. It's like, you know what? Enough's enough. This guy, to quote one of my favorite episodes of South Park, this guy took your jab, and now you got to take him down.
Well, how dare you? How dare you come into a promotion that I built? Let's face it.
This guy attacks you on a show,
and
then he gets on the roster.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is the booking agent thinking? I don't know what Talent Relations is doing.
Well, they want to fuck with me.
And here's the thing, too. They put you in a dangerous working environment. They don't realize the lawsuit that they have on their hands for doing this. I talked to my lawyers, and they said, Classic, we got a suit on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we can take them down.
Absolutely. Crossfire sucks with Jay Moore.
There'll be no Crossfire if we do this lawsuit, Jay. If we took them down. We could take them down.
I'm going to take them down.
We are. And we're going to beat them down.
I'm going to take that whole promotion down. I'm going to take Elliot down. I'm going to finish everything that's got to do with, like, the piss beaters or anything that has...
piss beaters. Like, come on, Elliot. Like, the piss beaters haven't been around for how long? There's a reason why they haven't been around, because Jay Moore got rid of them.
That's right.
That's why they haven't been around. Jay Moore got rid of them.
That's right. Well, these are his friends, you know.
Oh, yeah, bring in your buddies. You know what? You can bring in your friends, but you know what's even better than, you know what's going to trump your friends? This family, the infamous 5.
Exactly.
That's what's going to do it. None of your guys can match up with Rob Rage. He's going to take you down. Like, we could just start off Rage and then everyone else can take a break. Like, come on. Or we can put Diener in and everyone can take a break. We can put anyone in the Infamous 5. They're going to run the table with you guys. Yeah. You don't get how outclassed you are.
No, they don't understand. Boy, they're going to find out.
They are. Like, and these guys think they're going to come on our home turf. Like, come on.
No, it's May 31st. It's happening.
And they're going down.
I'm welcoming this. We're going to make it a Survivor Series situation. You know? LeBlanc wants to bring in his boys. Vickers wants to, Elliot wants to bring in his boys, whatever you want to call the guy. Well, bring him in. I know Jeremy Elliott. I know Darko. I know Bill, Jake O'Reilly. I know them all. What do you want from me?
They're going down.
Exactly.
There's no way they can handle it. There's no way.
No.
Like, the Infamous 5, we have just too much camaraderie. They've been together for so long.
Yeah.
There's no way that your ragtag team of misfits can take on this unit. There's no way.
No, it's over.
It's over. It's over before it even started. So I don't even know why you guys are even going to bother showing up to 40, because you're just going to get destroyed. You're just going to embarrass yourselves, as we know you're going to do. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to embarrass themselves, Jay. All right, and that was the Classic Chris show. And with me was Jay Moore. Jay, it was a pleasure talking to you, man.
Hey, man. Always a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
We sit at Crossfire Wrestling. Oh, what just happened there? What is going on here? Jeremy Elliott just got attacked by a fan. Get him, yes. Look at the violence of this fan. This is amazing, hon. That's Jay Moore. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, another shot. Jay Moore, you die. That's right. Infamous 5, baby. This is pathetic. So Jay Moore is running his own show next month? Damn right. Jay Moore Wrestling Federation? What a bunch of nonsense. This is going to be glorious. You be there May 31st, 40 at the Data Center. I'll tell you what, I will be there. Crossfire against all 5 members of the Infamous 5. You can count me in.
Jay Moore? I don't care. Fort Erie? I'm gonna bust right in the front door. You're gonna die, because I'm coming.